Alright, what's up? I'm getting a little bit of a late start. Listening correctly. Let me take off this inky black potion, actually. You're plugging an 11 Necrotic Wake as a Resto Shaman. Biggest thing with not Necrotic Wake, but in general, when there's these dungeons where you do really big pulls at the start, or you do like a lust pull at the beginning, you just want to be liberal with your healing CDs. So like there, I just threw Spirit Link really early, and if we would have pulled anything else, I probably would have also just ended up using Ascendance. Don't hesitate to use stuff, especially as Resto Shaman, because you have such powerful healing cooldowns. Like right here, people are dropping low, I just pop Ascendance and Ancestral Guidance, and then I just apply Riptides and spam Chain Heals, and everyone's just perma full HP. You do not need to be scared about spending your cooldowns at all, even though they're super powerful. And like, yeah, for high keys, you can't, you know, just throw them, because you're going to need them for certain pulls. In lower keys like this and stuff, or anything lower than this, like basically before you get to 12s, you can really just send stuff as much as you want. Worst case is you're going to make a mistake and be like, you're going to end up doing a pull where you're like, oh, I wish I had, you know, a cooldown here for this, and then next time you just save it. Otherwise, it's better to use it and to live than to not use it and to have people die. Especially on those pulls where you're like using Lust or doing, you know, DPS or in their cooldowns and stuff, you should be protecting them as much as you can while they're doing stuff like that. Like here we have a Healing Tide Totem, so as soon as these Blight Bags start popping, like even though they don't do that much damage, I'm just using a Healing Tide Totem just to keep everybody topped off. The goal when pugging, because it's so unpredictable, like who's going to take damage and if they're going to press the right buttons and stuff to live themselves, your goal should just be to keep everyone as close to topped off as possible, or whenever they lose HP, you should be, you know, aiming to top them up as quickly as possible, even if that means expending more of your resources than you're maybe used to. It's all about getting comfortable with just using stuff early and often is the easiest way to put it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Use a defensive and go in the back. We heal the DK, not myself, because I have a defensive rolling and he does not. And here I'm just always dropping Earthbind Totem for the worms. Here we had a death. I don't know if that was avoidable at all. Maybe if I wouldn't have Earthbound the worms. But I think he might have just got hit by the... Yeah, it was just the tank hit that you got aggro on.
5, 4, 3.
Like even here, for example, like when these Heaving Wretches go off, I just use stuff like Healing Stream. Like I'm just gonna throw down a Healing Stream Totem and then immediately heal this person to full HP. Slow the worms as they come a little bit close. And then we're just kind of applying Riptides to people, maybe throwing in a few damage spells when there's really nothing to do, but if anyone's not full HP, I'm topping them up. Just because the bites on the worms can pretty much one-shot people. And here we're going to have another Wretch come up, so we're just focusing on healing the tank up a little bit.
4, 3, 2.
We apply some Riptides in case they get targeted. It's on me, so I just turn it around. Could have used my, what is this new totem. I always forget to use it. So I should have rotated that because I didn't have Astral Shift up and I knew that. So I should have immediately dropped that as my, like, kind of next defensive, because you never want to go into those Heaving Wretches without anything. I have another one. One's right in the corner, so the worms spawn on us, so I'm going to use a stun for this one. And then drop my slow. And we're just kind of kiting backwards a little bit. I do damage to the boss, because there's nothing happening here, and we don't have the next Heaving Wretch for a long time, so no one's going to be getting any damage taken, besides maybe the tank.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Immediately have a heal ready for the Evoker as that goes off. We drop down our Earthbind. DK has grippy hands, so that means the worms are going to get pulled towards him, but that's okay. Drop our stun, just since they're getting pulled in.
Five, four,
The big thing too with like keeping everyone topped up and stuff, like the idea behind it is with pugging right now, keys are not, like healer damage does not matter very much. Because the only way that you don't time keys most of the time in pugs right now is if you have deaths. Like deaths are going to be the reason that you don't time a key. Right there, I think that was just the cleaver, so that's just going to be a one-shot. Yeah, that's literally, he was 96% health, and it killed him. So there's nothing we can really do about that. It's out of our control like that, we don't worry about it. When it is something in our control, or we can influence in some way, we should think about it. Otherwise, we just move on, and you know, things that are out of our influence, we don't sit here and dwell on or worry about. And kick the sorcerer in. I'm just gonna focus one of the casters, which will be the sorcerer in this case, and then I'll just, every time my kick's up, I can just focus kick it. Same thing here, we're just keeping everyone nice and healthy in case any of the mages cast. We'll just throw our stun down to help out. And then we have our kick ready, so we'll kick that sorcerer. Check the swirls on the floor. Here I don't really have to use any cooldowns, but if we do have like one of the mages cast or something, I won't hesitate. But this is just tank healing at this point. I do know for a fact one pull that you definitely want to save stuff for is this pull with the 4 casters in it. Not this one that we're doing right now, but the one after. Because the casters are pretty nasty. Even if you use like an orb or two, the pack can still be pretty deadly. This I always try to have like Spirit Link Totem for and stuff. There's not really any other, there's not that many other hard pulls in quite a bit of time from now till the second boss. Here I'll just drop this Healing Stream Totem. For that, those white bags that die. Watching the cleave here. Now we're going into this bolt. We help kick stuff, so I'll just focus one of them. I'm just going to focus a random sorcerer, because usually a lot of people kick Narzuda, not the sorcerers. And then here we're just popping Ascendance early again. Just going to use stuff early and often. I'm going to kick the sorcerer when it casts. We can drop our stun. We'll drop Spirit Link. Again, like, mostly unnecessary, if you notice, but like there, the tank just got hit with a really heavy hit. And then we also timed Spirit Link so that if anybody were to get hit by those swirlies that all spawn on the floor, it would probably save them from dying, at least at this level. Forgot to take Purge, because I always do. It's full HP again. We're going to keep the DK healthy and then just Healing Surge right as it's about to explode. And I didn't end up using Healing Tide Totem. We really want, while this shield is going off, because it does group-wide damage, I just drop Healing Tide Totem right here. Like, again, we're not hesitating. As soon as I notice that the health bars are dropping low and I'm like, oh, I was not expecting that much damage to happen and I'm not really ready to heal this, or it's going to take me a while to heal it, I'm just going to drop a healing cooldown. It's better to just find kind of an immediate solution to the problem than trying to, like, reactively, you know, fix it in terms of, like, using your regular healing and stuff like that, because it's just going to take a long time. And anytime people aren't full HP, they have a chance of, you know, randomly dying to something.
Your temple lies in ruin. Your brethren are butchered. You have already lost.
Vile monster!
Refresh our shield on the tank. And here for these packs coming up, I like to try to kick the mage in because a lot of the time it'll just kind of sit out there. I almost just got hit by that frontal by walking too far forward. So I like to focus the mage, and then when we walk in, looks like he's silent sigiled, so it's going to be all good, but I can keep the mage focused and then just kick it when it does start casting. We're going to just watch for the frostbolt volleys, not the regular frostbolt. So right there, we kick that. Then I can stun to kind of extend how long it's interrupted. We're healing up the DK in case he gets hit by anything. Same thing with this next pack. I'll just pick one of the mages and kick it. Hitting the Necromancer with Lava Burst and stuff. But the main priority is keeping everyone at full HP. So that is what I'm going to do. Pressing in defensive here in case any of those volleys go off, because I have no idea if they're going to or not. Volley went off. I'm just going to Spirit Link immediately. No hesitation on it at all. We're just getting through this nice and healthy. Kick something. There's another volley. The Druid's in a little bit of danger, so we're going to focus healing on him. And I always had like health pot or something if I needed to heal myself. Like if I got targeted by something, I would just health pot. Focus the sorcerer. I'll kick it. This pull is also very nasty. Like these sorcerers just kind of spam cast. I'm just gonna drop healing stream or healing tide totem right away, not hesitating at all. We have our kick back up, so I'll just kick. Focus. Again, we're just popping Ascendance immediately. No hesitation at all. I'm just dropping a healing stream totem. Everyone's full HP, but the healing stream totem just makes sure that when somebody does drop in a little bit of HP, it will help heal them back up. This is a pull where people can just randomly die if things don't go as intended, which a lot of the time they won't. And we have everything back up for by the time we get to the boss fight, which is good. Looks like we're gonna skip that middle pack. Gonna go around and pull. I don't know if he knows that. That's not good. That is definitely not intentional. I'm gonna try to kick this sorcerer that's far away. No, this is just not happening.
Foolish paragon.
I can stand here and res. Nope. Unlucky. I think that's already like really bad on time, but we already have 7 deaths. That's actually pretty crazy. I definitely think we're too far behind. Are we trying to do this again? Because they're just going to walk around again. Okay, there are some instances where they walk through. Okay. It's all the way up there. I'm going to assume one of them are going to start the RP when they run away. In a really awkward spot, though. I don't think it's over necessarily as far as time goes. I think we're still fine, especially if we like one phase Stitch Flush. Because it does look like that's where we're going to end up lusting. But definitely a little tight on time. Okay, so this boss, Amarth, does a lot of damage, especially in pugs. Focus, target a Marth, and you want to kick as much as possible. Let other people kick first, because when you initially pull, a lot of people are going to kick. So just wait a little bit, and then you send your kick. So like right here, I don't even think anyone kicked that one. Hit me. That's about right. When you really want to kick the bosses while the ad phases are alive. So like right here, I kick boss. And then we're just healing. We're just gonna Ascendance. I'm gonna save Spirit Link for one of the like maybe tougher ones. For the next set of ads, we're gonna watch the breath on the boss. Now I have my kick back up. Again, we're gonna wait though. We're not gonna kick during this part of the fight. We're just gonna save our kick for when the boss is doing Final Harvest and there's ads alive. So the next set of ads, once they spawn, that's when our kick gets used. Like I can kick this one right here because it'll be back up in time when it starts getting dangerous. Once all the mages are like active, that's when you want to be kicking the boss as a healer and as a utility person. I'm just focusing on full healing. I'm gonna press my health pot so I don't have to worry about myself. I kick boss. And it looks like I don't have to Spirit Link because all the ads died really, really fast. I watch the breath. Just saving our Spirit Link for basically like when there's mages alive and the boss, like we don't have our kick and the boss is gonna cast and you know just a bunch of stuff is overlapping and we don't really know for sure if it's gonna go through or not. That's the best time for Spirit Link. Here we're just AoE healing through this stuff, and now we're getting to the dangerous part, so once the boss casts, we're gonna kick. There we go. And I'm gonna just throw Spirit Link down nice and early.
4, 3,
Heal everybody up.
1.
And use my stun. Doing a little more healing. Looks like we're all good. All the ads died just in time before we did. Pick that. The necrotic bolts on the boss just hurt so bad. That's what screws over pugs, is like the mage getting one cast off with the boss getting a cast off, and someone's just guaranteed to be dead.
We cannot rest until these invaders are purged from our skies.
Definitely not looking great on time, but we'll just keep going. Still learn a lot of stuff. We'll just go until they are done. Looks like we're going to try the big pull. This helps make up a lot of time, but it is a very, very difficult pull, especially since we use Spirit Link at the end of the fight. So this is going to be something where we want to probably use like stun. We're going to focus one of the collectors and focus on kicking them. Just mouse overcasted that one I was casting. I'm just going to use Ascendance and Ancestral Guidance. Focus a new collector, because that one's just about to die. Pick that one. We did that pull really, really clean. Pull helps make up a lot of time if you do that one, but it is like very difficult because there's multiple collectors and a lot of tank damage happening like that. Earthbind this guy, I think? Yeah, he can get CC'd, so we can just kind of slow and root him and stuff while everyone kites him around the room. I'm just going to help do damage now that he's just getting kited. There we go. Ideally, this group just one phase of Stitch Flush, and then we can make up for a lot of time. It'll still be good. I'll pick this collector, so I'm just going to focus this. Stun that Repair Flesh, because we're letting it cast. I'm going to focus the Crafter now, because the collector's dead. try to aim this sometime over here. Oh, looks like we CC'd him.
Inevitably.
Looks like we're going into the next pull, so I'm just gonna fixate or focus the collector going into this next pack. We keep canceling the crafter's cast. I'm just watching for the gore splatter or whatever cast the collector's doing. There, he got knocked up, that's fine. Okay, we're burning through it pretty quick. It's just a matter of if we one-phase the boss or not, which is going to be really tricky, but it's definitely doable with less than 3 spears.
Come, my assistant. These raw materials are in need of
Get a little drink
processing.
right here, and then we'll rebuff. These guys, you just always want to make sure you're standing like somewhere in the middle of them, so that if you get targeted by either frontal, you can, you know, adjust and go to one rather than getting stuck. And then now we want to back up a little bit, and I believe it's the stitching assistant that you want to focus, because this one, the separation assistant, will fixate people, so he will throw less cleavers over time, like over the course of fighting these two. Oh no. Okay, we're still good. Yeah, this... one of them throws more cleavers than the other, which is the stitching assistant, so you want to focus that one. Because the one that's throwing more cleavers is going to kill the other one faster. There's the fixate on the DK, so we're going to try to full heal him real quick. Maybe just drop Spirit Link. We'll have it back up by the time that we're like at the end of the boss fight, so it's good to save him since we're kind of short on time. We don't really have time to die anymore. Even there, that's another good example of just like DK's in trouble and didn't run away from the fixate, so we just Spirit Link and keep him alive. All about just not hesitating and being comfortable with pressing your big major cooldowns early and often. We'll learn how to use them better that way. Even if you make mistakes, it is okay.
Inevitably, the void consumes everything. How vexing! Rotspew, get to work.
Definitely not doing good with 2 bosses left, but that is okay. Aside from some of the early deaths and kind of the wipe that happened, like the wipe is the biggest problem. It was just a huge time sink. We lost like 4 minutes on the timer just from that alone, which kind of sucks. And here we have people dropping low, and we have a lot of melee DPS, so I'm just dropping Healing Tide just to keep them alive doing this. Because again, this is another thing where people need to be full HP, because when they get targeted by this spew disease, it does hurt quite a bit. So having everyone at full HP that is in melee, because they're constantly taking damage, is really important. Should not get another spew, we might get one more. Yeah, it's on me. There we go, we get a little drink, and then we go.
Build those 2 from scratch. It seems I must.
But don't wait for me.
Can't wait to put you. I'll have you in stitches.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Looks on me, we're gonna walk in.
I must preserve your parts for later.
We're targeting the boss here so that as he comes down, we can flame shock him, throw a few damage spells on him, and then we kind of focus on healing because we don't want anyone to die.
3, 2, 1.
The hook on me, so I just kind of aim it towards the boss.
Horns on the head.
There we go. Popping Ascendance, just to keep everyone healthy.
My favorite.
And we definitely could have one-phased that, I think, if we, like, pumped a little more damage into the boss. I think someone might have been hitting the ad a little, like, focusing the ad a little bit towards the end. Okay, though. We're still doing pretty good on time. I think the last boss takes a little longer than 3 minutes, especially with an Og Evoker, unfortunately. Here, we have a lot of people getting low, so start getting rid of this debuff, and I'm just going to drop SLT like by the boss, where everyone's going to be standing. Helps the tank live, helps everybody else live. Then we're just blasting the boss with a little bit of damage. Still dropping totems when we can. Chain healing. It should be good to just stand still, because the hook's going through first. We're spamming chain heal. For another totem down. Oh yeah, not bad at all.
My greatest was yet to come.
Not much mana for this boss, but this should be fine. The only thing we're really healing is like the tank just constantly, and then what is it? The Icebound Aegis, whenever that goes through, we're going to need to heal that up. This first one usually pops pretty fast, so we don't need to worry about it. In the future, like while people are doing the minigame and stuff, that's where we're going to use our healing cooldowns, is for the Icebound Aegis. Just because sometimes it can stack up pretty high, especially when you have an Og Evoker. Like if someone else besides the Og Evoker is down, the shield will just naturally take a lot longer to kill.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I just drop Healing Tide for this one. Drop our poison cleansing totem. Evoker, dispel yourself. There you go. Still doesn't give us the 5th buff, which really sucks, but oh well.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I have the Icebound Aegis. This one's gonna... Oh, no, the DK had cooldowns rolling, it looked like. Did not need to pop a sentence there. I thought that because the Evoker had to drop his debuff off in this corner, he wasn't going to be able to hit the boss. So we just were going to take a long time to kill that shield, but the DK had cooldowns. Nice AMS.
4, 3, 2, 1.
There's another Icebound Aegis, so I just drop a totem, throw a chain heal out, drop another totem while we're moving around, and then maybe use like Nature's Swiftness, whatever it's called. Do instant cast to heal while we're moving around. By myself.
5, 4, 3.
Another Aegis coming up, no cooldowns. I'm just going to press a defensive for this one, and then drop a totem. Another Icebound Aegis. Just drop the Spirit Link for this one, kind of by the boss. We'll drop a regular totem. I'm getting a little low on mana, but I should be okay. I think I have some... I haven't bound them yet, but I had some drinkable potions. We'll use that. I feel like that shield broke quick because we have both the DPS up here, the Druid and the DK, rather than an Og Evoker. The shield just naturally dies a little faster. Yeah, definitely not bad on the timer at all. That was close. That is okay. Oh, we got some really nice boots actually. I'll definitely use these. These are really good. Oh, do we get the ring too? Is this really gonna happen? The crit verse ring, replace my, probably, I like how much haste I have right now, but we'll probably just wear 2 crit verse rings, or I'll just hold on to it for now and then equip it later. Not bad. Still upload this one for sure. I usually, just in case people haven't watched these before, I do like to upload the untimed runs as well. Like if it's good commentary and I feel good about it and we, learn some stuff and I felt like I was talking about a specific topic well enough, I like to upload it anyways. So hope this video is helpful and I will see you guys in the next one. We'll time the next one for sure.